What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. Would appreciate a like, subscribe, comment down below. Would love to see you engage, and thanks for watching. And I think this the perfect example of what we've been talking about, this kind of like this lack of leadership, this milquetoast thing, is the response. I'll turn away from the men for a second. I'll give the men for a break. I'm going to talk about two women now. Is the contrast between the mentality of someone like Katie Britt, who's a senator, very prominent senator. She was almost, I believe, Trump's vice president. Thank God he picked J.D. Vance. Versus Erika Kirk. So I will admit, it took me about a week to watch Erika Kirk's address. I didn't think I could make it through. I didn't think I could stomach it. I thought I'd get nauseous if I watched it. And that's weakness on my part, because obviously her husband just got shot and she got up there. And so I was like, I don't know what I was waiting for, really. I kind of just wanted to, I just didn't think I could emotionally handle it and process it. And so I had no idea that she was going to go live after Charlie's death, especially so quickly. And it caught everybody off guard. And I was at my church on Friday night for a recording that they were doing. We have a podcast at our church. They wanted to do a recording. This was before Charlie got assassinated, and they thought it could be something to up the mood, and it was. And I had a good time, and it was fun. And on the way home, I had discovered that Erika Kirk had went live on X and on Rumble and on YouTube, and she had it live streamed from Charlie's podcast studio at Turning Point in Phoenix. And I got to admit, man, it was one of the most impressive things I have ever seen. It was one of the most stunning displays of leadership in the face of just unspeakable adversity, demonic adversity that had literally just hit her, hit her family. And and people were saying this on Friday when Erika came out and addressed the nation. And people were saying, like, oh my God, this is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And I said, okay, like, it's, whatever. I talked to my friend Taylor Higgins, about it. And she said, like, it was very scripted, obviously, because I think if she didn't script it, she would start breaking down and crying, which I think that's true. Be true with anyone with a soul. And I was like, but okay, like, I want to see it for myself. I saw it for myself, and I agreed. Like, the amount of boldness, of courage, of resolve in Erika Kirk, in that woman, is extraordinary. Just absolutely extraordinary. She had every reason to cower, to shrink away, but she didn't. She didn't. And instead, she did the opposite of that, actually. So if you haven't watched it, it's essentially split into two parts. The first half was about her talking about her husband, about Charlie. And it was very sweet, very sad, and lovely, honestly. Like, she talked a lot about who Charlie was. And I thought that was something that most people did a very good job of. They talked about who Charlie was. And then the second part of it was a declaration of war. It was like Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens when he said, when he's looking at the burned Darth Vader mask, and basically he said, I will finish what you started. And that's what she's going to do. If I had any sway in it, she would be the CEO, the CEO of Turning Point USA, like yesterday. She is the person that needs to be in that position of leadership. She absolutely is. And so that's beside the point. I don't want to make this about that at this point. But it was exactly what we needed to hear. It was a statement of mourning. It was a statement of sadness. It was a statement of just tragedy, but also it is not okay to stay in that place of tragedy, in that place of sadness, mourning forever. And we're going to be there for a while, I think, because the mourning for Charlie is not over by any stretch of the imagination. It's not for me. It's not for anyone I've talked to. So, but we have to mobilize and we have to move forward. And I agree, which is why I'm doing a lot of the things that I'm doing and why, we're being so targeted with the show and addressing some of these things, like the male leadership gap in Gen X. But on the other hand, this is another thing that sickened me. When there's an Erika Kirk, who, again, does one of the most incredible things I've ever seen any person do ever, we have people like Katie Britt. The same milquetoast, Gen X, conservative response. And I won't quote her directly, but the big theme of what she said, and she's a leader in the Senate in multiple things, she said we must find unity and come together. Nope. No. If I wasn't trying to tame my tongue, I would swear. I would say F no. There is no unity with these people that killed Charlie, no matter where they come from or who they are. And there's a lot coming out about that. There is no unity with people who killed Charlie Kirk. Sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. There's no unity in this country with people who want to kill us. Steve Deace calls this political sadism. He's absolutely right. There is no unity with political sadism. We must purge it. As equally on the side as there is this weak-willed leadership class that we must get rid of immediately, there is also people who want to use violence to harm people. Both of them must be taken out. Both of them. Peacefully. But we must purge it. Because this is exactly what the demonic, evil people that killed Charlie Kirk and would want a lot of us dead as well want to hear. Which is why we cannot allow it to happen. And this mentality from people like Katie Britt is exactly what got American values put through a paper shredder for years. It's exactly why we have not gotten any momentum up until Donald Trump. Why we need to put an end to it immediately if we are going to have any momentum going forward. This is just a moment. Charlie's funeral at the time of this recording is on Sunday. The time is now. The time is absolutely now. But if we let this be a spark and not a fire, then we're going to go back to the exact same place. Only this time we won't have one of our best generals. We won't have Charlie Kirk with us. So this is, and we've heard this from people like James Lankford. We've heard this from people like Katie Britt, all these despicable people that just need to go. This is not a both sides issue. This threat of political violence is not a both sides issue. We need to get that out of our heads. And I will put it very plainly to everyone watching this. We are fighting people that literally want to kill us and that did kill Charlie. That's who we're up against. And they would kill you too. If you were in a similar position, if you were Charlie Kirk, they'd kill me. They certainly would kill me. They'd probably kill you too if you were as bold as Charlie was about the values he espoused. I see evidence for that. We have evidence for that. Charlie's funeral, again, is on Sunday at the time of this recording. This is not peacetime anymore. We are at war inside of our own country. This is not the time for peace. This is a bold declaration of war. What Erika Kirk said is right. We need to fight these people. We need to stamp out this political sadism. We need to stamp out this neutrality nonsense. This is a time for boldly asserting our values forward for everyone to see and to persuade people with empathy, just as Charlie did for his entire career. We cannot be authoritarian about this, dictatorial about this. No. We need to be bold about it, like Charlie was, and then persuade people, like Charlie did. And look what he did. He won over Gen Z. The voting data proves that. We must fight this. This is not a both sides issue. The other side wants to kill us. They tried to do it with Trump twice. They successfully did it with Charlie. This is not a both sides issue. You are in a war. You are in a fight. Whether you want to admit it or not, you are in one. Congratulations. Pick up your musket and charge the hill. No more of this Katie Britt, unity, come together. We're all the same. No, we are not. Like Kendrick Lamar said, they ain't like us. They are not like us. And they never were. It just took Charlie taking a bullet in the throat to teach us that lesson the hard way. So the best way we can honor that is by fighting, by pushing back. And fight we will.